Hi, this is Mr. Shumway. This video clip explains how to calculate interquartile range, the range between the two quarters, upper quartile and the lower quartile, inter in between, so the range in between those two. What are we talking about? Well, here's an example. If we look at the box plots of the scores for the juniors that took the ACT last year, this box contains 50%. Anything below the box, there's 25% of the students scored below that, 25% of the students scored above that. So this bottom line is what we call the first quartile. This top line is the third quartile. The distance in between those would be a range. So if this goes from 16 to 21, the range would be 5. Well, this interquartile range could be calculated from on the computer to calculate the quartiles. But to do it manually, let's use smaller sets of numbers. Like if we had 6 numbers, we would put them in order first. So in order, they are 15, 18, 19, 22, 25, and 28. So let's cut this in half. So there's 3 below the line in the middle and 3 above. Now let's cut each of those halves in half. So we'll have quarters. Well, the middle of 3 is this middle one right here, 18, and the middle of the top 3 is 25. So if I wanted to find how far it is from 18 to 25, I would say, well, 25 minus 18 is 7. So the range, the interquartile range for these 6 numbers is 7. Let's try a group of 7 numbers. Well, now I need to put them in order again. And now 22 is the middle, and so still on each side of that we have 3 numbers. So the interquartile range goes from 18 to 25. So the interquartile range is still 7. But what if I have 8 numbers, for example? So if I had these 8 numbers and I wanted to find the interquartile range, I'll put them in order. The middle is right here. Now I have 4 below and 4 above. So if I wanted to find the middle of 4 numbers, well, it's in between 16 and 18. So actually, the first quartile would be 17, and the upper quartile would be halfway in between 23 and 25, which is 24. So now the interquartile range between those is so the interquartile range is 7. So that's how you would calculate it. If the middle of the middle falls between 2 numbers, then you need to find the average. And these examples are fairly simple, but in general you would add the 2 together. So to find the average of 16 and 18, and equals 34. And then I'm going to take half of that. So if it didn't happen to be obvious what the number is, then we just do the math, add the two together, divide by 2, find the average. So that's how to calculate the interquartile range by hand. That's not done very often, but just I want you to know where those numbers come from, have a feel for them.